G'day, this is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come across and join me at askcharlieleetham.locals.com. You can join the community for free. You can become a supporter and access supporter only content. Comment on the conversations, start your own conversations. And of course, by being a supporter, you also help me to keep creating content like this, like my podcasts and like my tutorials. Let's get on and have a chat about today's topic. Topic number 152, the power of positive thinking. I love that. There is actually a book by that title too, and I can't think of who the author is. If you know, drop some comments, let me know. But the power of positive thinking, it is an amazing force, not just in your business, not just applied to your business, but also applied to your life. But I'm going to talk about this in business terms and why it's important in business terms. What is the impact of positive thinking on business success? Let's start right there. The first thing it does is it boosts productivity and performance. It enhances productivity by improving focus, motivation, and energy levels. Optimistic employees and team members, and even managers, yourself, your business owner, are more likely to set ambitious goals and work diligently to achieve them if they're feeling positive about something. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about when you feel good about something, how you approach something with so much more vigor and enthusiasm than you do if you approach something with a feeling of negativity. It also helps your creativity and problem solving. It reduces stress by reducing stress, literally, and encouraging open-mindedness. So if you're approaching something in it with a negative mindset, we're not going to fix this. You're not going to fix it. There's actually a statement that I used to love. Whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. If you think you can, you're going to be right. If you think you can't, you're going to be right. So whatever it is you're thinking is what you're going to manifest in your approach to any of this. Optimistic individuals are better equipped to approach problems with an innovative solution and a can-do attitude. So there's two impacts of positive thinking on your business success. The last one is it builds a little bit of resilience. Positive thinking helps build that resilience by helping your team members, your individuals, to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. You're more likely to maintain a proactive, not protective, a proactive approach. You're going to learn from your failures, and you're going to persist until they become successes, until you achieve success. So that's your impacts. Some tips for cultivating a positive mindset. Well, I've spoken about a lot of these, and it's amazing how we keep coming back to some of these topics and the foundations are all the same. Amazing how foundations work, isn't it? Practicing gratitude. Now, this is something we don't do, and I don't think we do it enough. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say we don't do. I don't think we do it enough. I know some people do it really well. I think in general, though, we're not encouraged as children and as we get into adulthood to practice gratitude. But practicing gratitude is really, really important. To that end, I actually have a thread over on Locals where I encourage you all to come over and practice gratitude with me. Come and play the gratitude game. Now, what does that mean? It means you've got to express gratitude, and it helps shift your focus from the negative to the positive aspects of life. You can keep a gratitude journal. You can start sharing daily appreciations with your team members. You can come play the gratitude game with me. Now, what I do with my team is I've challenged them, and we don't do it every day, but we're getting pretty good at it, or we're trying to get pretty good at it. And we go in once a day and we say what we are grateful for that day. It might just be that the sun is shining. It might be that I was able to get out for a walk today and I was able to move my body. Like Having gratitude for just being able to move your body when you've been through an injury or you've been through an illness and you haven't been able to, that's amazing. Having gratitude for having a Gale on your team who helps you and takes on all of these issues that you've got or helps you deal with all of these issues. Having gratitude for the fact that you've got electricity coming into your house. I mean, see how mundane some of these things are? It's fantastic. The other thing is by expressing gratitude for your team members. So you might go out and you might say to one of your team members, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful I have you on my team. That's going to have such a big impact on that team member. So practice gratitude. Surround yourself with positivity. Now, this is one of the more difficult things to do. Engage with positive influences. I'm going to say find podcasts that you can listen to. This one's a good one. Share this one with people. But find podcasts that you can listen to, find videos you can watch, find audiobooks that you can listen to. Turn the news off. That's the other thing I'm going to say. Honestly, every time I turn the news on, I just get angry and I get upset because there's so much things happening in the world. Yeah, there's bad things happening in the world, but there's also a lot of good happening. So turn the news off. Try to keep that to a minimum in your life. Uh, Deal with supportive colleagues. Come across to my locals community and be part of that because that's what we try to do. We try to uplift each other and support each other. Try to avoid your toxic environments that are going to drain your energy and optimism. Now, sometimes that's difficult. So sometimes you might need to buoy yourself a little before you come in and have some practices that you do when you come out of it because you can't avoid all of the negative environments in your life. And focus on solutions, not problems. So train your mind to focus on finding the solutions, not dwelling on the problem. So, for example, I've got no power in the house today. I can't work. Well, I've got no power. So there's me dwelling on the problem. There's no power. There's no power. I can start looking at solutions. Okay, so what can I do? Got no power in the house. Oh, I could go and sit in the car and work because I've got an inverter in the car and I can plug my computer in, and even if I've got the engine running for a bit, I can work on my computer in the car. Could head down to the local coffee shop or McDonald's. I mean, we're in Australia. McDonald's has got free Wi-Fi. Go down and work at the local coffee shop. Even if you pay the local coffee shop a couple of bucks just to sit in their corner and use some of their power, or if you're going to do that, make sure you're buying food and drink from them. Don't just take up a seat and don't buy anything because they're going to lose money because you're there. But there you go. There's some solutions on how you can deal with the fact that you've got no power for the day. So there's some tips for cultivating a positive mindset. Overcoming negativity in the workplace. Now, this is normally where we really got to deal with it. So when you've got a team member who, or you yourself, are starting to come up with negative thoughts, they're making negative comments, uh, challenge them and challenge them nicely, but try to use some positive affirmations. So I guess this is something I learned again when I was a very young woman. I don't do it as much now as I used to, but I still think about it. It's like, let me think. Don't fall over. Now, if you told me to not fall over, guess what I do? The very next thing I do is I would fall over. I can trip over the pattern in a carpet. So don't telling me don't fall over. The brain doesn't actually process the negative side of things. If it hears don't, it hears do. It can't process that negative. So don't fall over. You're telling them to fall over, basically. So rather than don't fall over, what's another positive way of saying stay on your feet? Hey, stay on your feet. You're really agile. You are really stable on your feet. Positive affirmation. You see how I switched that to a positive? So practice some positive affirmations. It helps with the cognitive restructuring of your brain. There's some really great books about how you can use positive affirmations in your life. Create a supportive culture. So this is, again, comes back to a lot of stuff that I've spoken about previously. It's about open communication. It's about celebrating successes. It's about providing constructive feedback, not criticism, to create a collaborative and positive workplace. work environment. And invest in some personal development for yourself and for your team members. Encourage that continual learning and personal growth. Provide opportunities for skill development and career advancement. It boosts morale and it helps your team members maintain such a positive outlook. I can't underscore how important it is to remain positive even when the world is falling down around you. It's really, really important. So the story that goes along with this one, because I do like adding stories to these little videos I'm doing, and we're going to talk about Richard Branson today, the founder of Virgin Group. He's known for his positive attitude and optimistic outlook to business. Sorry, I tried to say two words then and it all came out together. He faced a number of challenges and setbacks, but his positive thinking has been a driving force behind his success. Richard himself believes in taking risks, learning from failures, and maintaining a fun and positive work environment. He understood the importance of being positive and showing his staff and his team how important it was to remain positive. So he embraces challenges, he fosters a positive work environment, and man, does that man have a lot of persistence and resilience about him. All right, guys, now what do you think? Talk to me about your positive thinking and how you can apply that, or whether you have been applying it in your business, whether you've forgotten about it, whether you've got run down and ground down by just the daily grind of what we have to do every day just to keep our heads afloat. Are you starting to fall into that? This is just all too hard and it's really, or can you keep that positive outlook going? Leave some comments, come across to Locals and join in the conversation there. Let me know what you think. I would love to know. I'd love to know what works for you. I'd love to know what hasn't worked for you as well and why you think it didn't work. That would be great to know as well. Now, as always, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so that you find out when I drop more content. Please leave some reviews. It does help with people looking at the podcast going, do I want to listen to this or not? And if this content isn't for you today, maybe you know someone that it is for, and if you could share this video with them, that would be fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. As always, I will see you all tomorrow.